Hello, welcome on back to an episode of Warframe. I don't know what episode number this is because I have done a lot of streams. And a lot of stream episodes went up, but yeah, welcome back to another episode of Warframe. It's been a while since I've actually done a solo record that wasn't stream related or anything, but figured I would, considering this is the day of the 5-year anniversary of Warframe. So if we head into the inbox, you can actually see what I have gotten for this Excalibur deck skin that comes with its own unique skin and a helmet, apparently. But yeah, she would want you to have this. Operator has been 5 Earth cycles, so I'm guessing 5 years is what we're just meant to say about that, considering it's a 5-year anniversary. Since the first Tenno awoke, this should be a joyous occasion, but it is not. Our Lotus is gone. In reference to, we have Purple Lotus. For those that may have not noticed in the previous episodes or anything about me mentioning that, yeah, she's presently gone. In her absence, Ordis would like to inspire you as she would have, to tell you of your ever-evolving skill and strength, of your mighty victories, of how you have fought tirelessly against the forces of terror and hate that have thrown the system into chaos. But Ordis is not terribly good at such things. Ordis is just Ordis. But before she disappeared, did I add a word there? I did. She left you something. Something she would have given you herself, were she here. Ordis still hopes that she might somehow return for our next anniversary. Your faithful Cephalon, Ordis. So, you know, I'm not a fan of Excalibur, but I am willing to check it out. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, appearance, skin. Let's go to B for the coloration. Oh. That's right, I would actually have to change things over to that color scheme. Forgot those were independent on the physique modifications. You know, I'm not against the skin. I just kind of wish Excalibur was a bit better at, well, to everything. He is pretty good, but honestly, I prefer other frames, but we're going to be using him along with the Scarapenta, which I actually max ranked and don't need a form anymore, Telesakboto and the Guandao, to get these other dex items, which I believe we have some of them. I thought we had all these dex items, but maybe not. But yeah, we were going to be getting them during this episode. Hopefully they don't take too long to actually complete. So some of the major things I have been working on since the actual last episode went out and since the last actual stream bit went out is that there are a lot of things to get for the operator. A lot of things. So I'm glad these guys are low enough level for me not to matter. Argon crystals? Why are there Argon crystals here? Why was there an enemy way over there? Oh, and if you're wondering about the zone cord, since we did just pass one, I am still only missing one from the derelict. It's the last one I need. Ever. At least until they add more or another thing to scan. Also, game, you seem a bit loud to me, but might just be in my ears. No, I'm really disappointed that Excalibur Prime has found his own way. I get why, but god damn it. I think if Excalibur Prime was available to the general public, I probably would be using Excalibur Prime probably a bit more often than I use regular Excalibur. Like I said, there's so many other options that are available. But yeah, I've been getting a bunch of focus points. I have all of the Tenno abilities mostly unlocked. I'm missing one from Uneru, which is 60% bigger blast radius of Void. Void whatever the hell it's called. But everything else I have unlocked, not necessarily unbounded. Since I run the Zeneric school most often than not, I'd never unbound those two, though I may eventually do that at some point. It'll cost me 2 million Zeneric points along with a couple Brilliant Eidolon shards, so I mean, that's not too big an issue. Another major thing that they did, by the way, that I have not gotten a chance to really go over is they removed the trials. Now, the trial missions are something I had actually learned along with some friends on how to do them and do them very efficiently and quick. But as soon as we did, DE released an announcement saying that they were going to be retired so they could work on them later down the road to resolve some issues with them, as well as to redesign them and whatnot. Did I just pick up field drones?
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Pretty sure I just picked up field drones. Where the hell did I pick up field drones from? Like, that would have only been a rare container, right? Where was I? Oh, yes. Trials. So, yeah, I learned trials. We did trials. I ran trials. Multiple times. And then they got removed. Now, what happened to the arcanes, you may ask, that were available there? Well, they got moved over to the Eidolons in the plains, where they also released 2 additional Eidolons, and I have been doing them as well. I don't recall if any of those guys have been shown on a stream recording episode or anything of that sort. Thinking about it, no, I don't think they have. Don't think they have at all. Alright, so we covered the decks first. I actually came from Lotus for some reason. Why, I don't know. But alright. Next up, Dexdakra. These are all 3 on the Earth? It is. Okay. But yeah, just been doing a whole lot of playing and working, actually, and
The infestation has trapped
my job has been having me all over the place in terms of when I'm awake and when I'm not. Like, I should probably be technically asleep right now, but I'm not, because I got home from work and then I saw this and I'm like, alright, well, I'm going to be recording now. Just to cover it, to make sure I don't accidentally forget or don't have the time to, and blah blah blah, and stuff and things, and yeah. Yeah. Just feel like I have much time to do recording and streaming as much as I used to anymore, which is fine. I think. I don't know.
This sort of behavior is
it's something, right?
unusual. Multiple targets ahead. Beware. Those lasers are linked to the poison tumor nodes growing on the airlocks. Contact with the lasers will put our operative in immediate peril. Fire is complete. You may proceed.
I have been...
You set off a laser. The station is...
I did not set off a laser. I have been unable to do this mission
Get them out of there.
without setting off the lasers like 3 or 4 times in total that I can recall. It's so damn annoying. Just getting through here won't be a problem. But in other news regarding the channel, Minecraft has been kind of put on hiatus. I don't know, I haven't had the time to really play it as much as I would like to. Saints Row 4 is actually starting up either yesterday, today, or tomorrow, depending on when the hell this episode goes out. What else is going on? Oh, Mutate, Lamb, and Noah started Magicka 2. We did play Magicka 1, but that was on stream a couple years back, so I don't have, and that was before I was like recording all my streams and whatnot, and pushing them to YouTube. So, don't have that, but Magicka 2 will be up there. That might have actually already been out. Let's see. Nope, I have yet to actually handle the rendering of that and whatnot. Alright, so Empyrean, though. Empyrean has continued after a brief hiatus on that, accidentally. I actually recorded some via stream at one point, and it took me about a month before I got to it, just because I'm working and whatnot. So if that gives you an idea of how busy I've been. I am still trying to maintain videos out a day and whatnot, but if there is a thing that seems to be missing for some reason, it's probably because of work and not having the time for it.
You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly.
Oh, I am doing one major project right now that's non-YouTube related and non-work related. The project is actually converting a lot of the stuff in Warframe, so my intention is everything, into 3.5 edition of D&D. I heard an enemy.
Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now.
So yeah, 3.5 D&D Warframe. It's a lot harder than you may think to convert some of these guys' frames over. Like, I have not even touched Nidus yet, because I don't know how I want to handle his mutation stacks. Oh, another thing they've been doing is modifying a lot of frames. Like, Ember got in my opinion, a nerf, one that I do not like. I have not touched Ember since. Well, okay, I take it back. I have touched Ember since, but I have not touched Ember since really past, outside of just messing with the changes they did. Some other frames have also been modified, but honestly, if you enjoy Warframe, you probably have been keeping up with that. If not, you can always check back in the patch notes, see what the hell they did. This would have been update 21, I think it was, when they did it. I think we're update on 22 at the moment. Let's start. So yeah, I've just been doing a bunch of grindy stuff on Warframe. Bunch of grindy stuff. Ah, that's so fun. Cut him in the foot. Cut him in the foot. God. Is that a primary only? It is. Oh, the other one was secondary only. Oh. That explains why I was doing so low damage and I didn't have the Prime Fury buff. It felt like. Okay. I guess I didn't realize that.
We have lost control of a tower.
Fair enough, game. Fair enough.
We're in total control. Keep fighting.
Ah. Also been running relics. Speaking of, they also reintroduced Ember, Frost, and Loki, along with their weapons, into the drop tables for relics, at least for Cetus missions. I've been farming the hell out of those, so hopefully that will come in handy, though. According to Noah, the price of Ember, at least at the time of this recording, dropped down to like 150 plat, which is really, really low for an Ember Prime set right now. Like, I kind of wish I had my 3,000 plat again, that I had at one point. Buy a few extra sets of that, along with everything that I can potentially run for it, to just wait for the market to desaturate itself, essentially. And try to turn a profit on that. But I also don't know how many people have been running the relics, or getting the relics and then running them for sets at this time. Considering that they were supposed to be lasting... Oh, I think it was like 2 months. The unvaulted relics are supposed to go back into the vault April 4th, if I recall correctly. So, I mean, there's been plenty of opportunity for people to get the relics and whatnot. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. 'Cause, some of the frames that were actually worthwhile getting for selling
Try and
purposes
capture another signal.
is
Be
now
careful.
saturated
The enemy
quite
has
extensively.
surely rallied stronger reinforcements.
How long have we been recording for? Not as long as I thought.
Tower online.
We'll actually be able to do all 3 of these missions within 20 minutes. I'm actually kind of surprised. We're also going to check to see if I actually had these 3 weapons, because I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure they're not new.
You have captured
Like, I am
radio tower.
99% confident that they had these 3 same Dex weapons last year. And based on the update notes about the 5-year anniversary,
Tower beginning
I
streaming
feel
code now.
like
We have
what they
lost
said in
control of
that
the tower.
that is definitely the case. Oh, shoot.
You have captured a radio tower.
Well, if nothing else, Excalibur can actually deal with the low-level enemies pretty well. I still have a 5-year
We are
anniversary thing up.
dominating. Keep it up.
I do. Yeah, what does it say? Want to add the items from previous Warframe anniversaries to your arsenal. Take part in special anniversary alerts on PC, PlayStation 4, and
Tower
Xbox
lost.
One before March 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time to claim the Dex Nokali, Cyandana, Dex Ferris, Dex Dakra, Dex Sybaris. The Dex weapons come pre-installed with Organ Catalyst and include weapon slots. Cool. 3 weapon slots are free. No complaint there. Oh, and that Cyandana, which I believe we have already, the alert for that was taken down because of back-end issues with it, apparently. And apparently it's supposed to be released again
Capture it.
either today when I'm recording this, or within the week, I think it said. But apparently there's supposed to be an update about the dojo coming out, which some of you guys may be aware from past episodes of how much I complained about the decoration and the dojo in general, so hopefully
Control. Keep fighting.
hopefully the changes they do to the dojo is for the good, and we actually have some new rooms and decorations to play around with, and we'll have another episode for that. Speaking of decorations and whatnot, I still have not found my courier that is on my ship. I think it got mentioned in one of the episodes that was stream related a while back. I still have yet to find it, and I think one of the things I'm going to have to
You
do,
have control of all
one of the
4
things I kind of
towers.
want to do anyway, is modify my ship, like take all the decorations away and everything, to try to hopefully chance my cursor going over the courier to get it back, and failing that, contacting DE through their support system to see if they can do anything about it. I have lost my courier on my ship. I literally have no idea where it is. I've probably spent about 6-7 hours looking for it, including some time spent with Noah looking for it on my ship as well. Yeah. So I've yet to find it. I feel like it's just been lost forever, and I feel like redecorating my ship anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to actually go about doing that
We cannot allow the
at some
enemy
point
to learn
soon.
of our espionage.
I can't say it's going to be the next episode. It might be something I do on a stream, and it might just be a like 40-50 minute episode or something. Stream chunk that's put onto YouTube or something like that, but it is going to happen eventually. We done? Cool.
Good work today. Not only have we decoded the
So, I'm curious, well, what's up with the mission score? Why do we have a mission score? I have no idea why we have a mission score. But let's see if we have these Dex weapons.
Encrypted as they should be.
Yeah, okay, we already had these from last year. So, we have a second set. Now I'm curious, can we trade those? Are those tradable? let's see, if we press Q, we can set up shop to do special weapon and dex? No. They're not tradable. Okay, so we just have a... We just have extra dex weapons now. So if for some reason we want to actually try to use those for something or another, we have them available to us. Though I don't think I've ever actually formed the original ones. I have no idea. Let's find out really quick. And while we are finding out, I do want to mention that some Warframe related guides and whatnot will be coming out eventually. Okay, Dex Severs has not been upgraded at all. Dex Furs has not been upgraded at all. At least not Formed. Might have been potatoed, but not Formed. And the Dex Dagger has not been upgraded at all. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, some Warframe guides will be in the works. They're going to be heavily scripted. Essentially, I'm going to be talking to the microphone, reading off my script that I eventually write. I have not done so yet. And just putting video to it. So expect that eventually. I'm trying to make it as high quality as possible and as encompassing as possible in the long run, because I've seen a lot of guides on YouTube actually, and other sources besides YouTube, including Twitch, to where the guides kind of are just like, use this, do this, without really explaining everything or demonstrating all the edge cases and whatnot, stuff like that. I want to like take those guides to the fullest extent and fully explain everything about why I'm using a build I am, stuff like that. Like the one down here. You may have noticed that there was a lens on it. The Narwan lens in this case. I also have primed reach on it, which is weird. I also have an unranked true steel. Ignore that. That is because I had to put prime reach on here, and whatever I had on here before just did not fit with it. So, ignoring that, there's a reason for this build. The reason for this build is focus farming. I do that with Avaro. How do I do that with Avaro? And consider this a sneak preview on this. Not a fully encompassing thing. How do I do that with Avaro? I do it with this particular build. Pole arms are surprisingly great for farming focus points. Like the Castle War is set up, the Kashuk set up, Guandao set up. I don't have the Orthos Prime set up for it, or what was the other one I was going to use? A Vacor Sidon? Maybe it was Legion. One of these I was going to use for the other school. The Orthos Prime, I don't know what I was going to put on it for school-wise, but I have two schools that I need a pole arm for, and I can actually run through to get focus points a lot faster with a pole arm than I ever can with a dagger. I take about 5 to 6 minutes, depending on the map generation, with a pole arm to focus farm, compared to a dagger is like 7 to 10 minutes, depending on a lot of factors like where the enemies are, stuff like that. But I have found a way to focus farm fairly quickly and efficiently using a Vara and a polearm. So that's going to be one of the things I go over. Though I might end up making multiple videos about it. I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to have to do me for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this rare occurrence of me doing a solo episode. That isn't on a stream. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Till next time, as always, take it easy.